This video is going to walk you through how to write equations of horizontal and vertical lines. We're so used to writing equations of lines in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, and horizontal and vertical lines are slightly different. They're kind of special, so we're going to talk about how to do that, and then I'm going to have you graph horizontal and vertical lines. So let's talk about this line. So this, if I asked you to write the equation for this line, it's not a diagonal line like we're used to. So we're going to ignore the whole y equals mx plus b and talk about how we're going to write the equation for this line. So first of all, we need to be able to understand that it's a horizontal line. Okay, so horizontal lines go from left to right, and there's a special little saying I like to say when I think of horizontal lines. So horizontal lines have a zero slope, and they are always going to take the y value. So I like to say hoy. Every time I see a horizontal line, I say hoy to help me remember those three things. Okay, because the equation of this line, you're going to take the y value that you see. So this line right here, start at 0, go over 0, down -1. Any point on that line, over 1, down -1. Over 2, down -1. Over 3, down -1. So that -1 as the y value is going to stay consistent with every point on that line. So that's why the equation of this horizontal line is just going to be y equals -1. Okay, so a little bit simpler than our slope-intercept form that we've been dealing with. Let's talk about vertical lines then. So vertical lines go from top to bottom, and I have a special saying for this as well. I say vux. So vertical lines have an undefined, that's just a fancy way of saying no slope, right? They have an undefined slope, so I'm going to take the x value. Okay, so the x value, every point on this line is going to have an x value of 3. Okay, so I'm going to go over 3 up or down 0, over 3 up 1, over 3 up 2, over 3 up 4. So that over 3, my x value of 3 is everywhere on this line. So that's why my equation is going to be x equals 3. Okay, so let's practice this. So first of all, you have to identify, is it horizontal or vertical? It's going left to right, so it's a horizontal line. So I'm going to think hoy. So that helps me remember that I'm going to take the y value. So what's the y value on this line? And every point on this line, what's my y value? So it's going to be -2. So y is equal to -2 is the equation of this line. Let's look at this next one. First of all, it's a vertical line, so I'm going to think vux. So that tells me I'm going to take the x value. Okay, so every x value on this line is at +3. So that means x equals 3 is my equation. Last one, it's a horizontal line. I'm going to think hoy, and every y value on this line is at 4. Okay, so y equals 4. Now, let's do a little bit of practice going the other direction. So if I were to give you the equation of a line and ask you to graph it, how would you do that? So first of all, I'm going to think of my funky little saying, which is hoy. So horizontal lines, I have a y value, so I should have a 0 slope. Okay, so it should be going left to right if it's a horizontal line. So I'm going to go to y is 4. I'm going to put my point here and know that it's going to be a horizontal line. So it should look like this. Go in the other direction. If I give you x equals -5, I'm going to think vux. So I should have a vertical line, has the x value. I should have an undefined or a no slope going up and down. So on my x-axis, I'm going to go to -5, and I'm going to plop a vertical line there. Okay, so either direction, they are actually pretty simple if you can remember these funky little sayings. Hoy and vux are going to help you a lot anytime you're dealing with horizontal and vertical lines.